Dear parents and children, I am once again with you to talk to you something more than the examinations. This relates to your grades. Sometimes what happens, we only think of examinations. We don't bother about the rest of the grades that we can really improve upon. Keeping that in mind, I have some tips for you. To improve your grades, you should be very regular in your classwork, in your homework, the presentation. Your copy has to be properly covered. Your handwriting has to be neat, legible, and wherever necessary, put some drawings, put some colorful ideas into it so that your copy, your project, one is your classwork copy, your homework copy. Classwork, of course, you won't get any time to make it colorful and all, but your homework, you can do a lot to make your teacher feel that you've really put your heart and soul into it to complete your homework. So automatically the teacher will feel good about it. But when it comes to your grades in form of other things like your activities and other programs, it's very important that you do it in such a manner that it gives a good feeling. Now, for example, your teacher has given you project work. You'll be getting a lot of projects to do even during the holidays and even your summer break. That project work has to be research based. Look into now these days, children, it's so simple. Go online. I request the parents, young parents, to go online, do a little bit of research, help the child select certain ideas which are little different, so that the child, when puts up in the project, the teacher feels, yes, this child really deserves a better grade because he has done little bit of efforts and of course a research on it. So the cleanliness, neatness of the copy, legible handwriting, and regular intervals. What happened for grades? You have to be very regular in your work. You can't sit, your ma'am says that, say a fortnight later we are going to do the grading. So you start doing the work on the last day. Sorry. It has to be done regularly, properly, probably every day you have to do it. So it's important to get good grades. You have to be very regular, on time, presenting your copies in such a manner, and then you have the grade. This is academic. Then your co-scholastic grades, where co-curricular activities. If you're good in sports, and if your ma'am has asked you that you have to prepare a project, do research or select certain pictures, put it up, prepare that. Automatically you will get a better grade. And then if you're asked to say the races or your badminton or your tennis and all, see that you practice. Once you practice, automatically you will get better grades. You can't have a shortcut for anything. For everything we have to put in efforts. We have to sweat to get into a good grading. Then comes your uh, the schools program is there. You have oratory program, or you have on the spot painting competition, or your music or your dance, and your teacher wants you to participate. You must. If you say no ma'am, I'm busy in this, that doesn't give a good feeling. So because all grades are important, every unit test is important, every summative assessment is important, every classwork copy, homework copy, project file, all these are important to improve the grades. Otherwise, you might not get the grades, and ultimately when your final result is there, you're looking for something. And then another point, your behavior, your manners, your demeanor, the way you interact with people, the way you present yourself, your confidence, all that is also very important. And the way you are caring, sharing in the class, so that the teacher feels here is a child who deserves to get a better grade in overall presentations.